What's up, YouTube? Back again with another video. So first off, the Guess ASAP release was awful. I'm sure those of you who tried to buy anything online or in-store probably know what I'm talking about. So how this video is going to go down is I'm going to go over what I got and essentially review that, which isn't that much, unfortunately. And then kind of go off on a bit of a rant, so then that way if you're only here for the review, just watch the first few minutes, and if you want to hear about all the fuckery that went down, stay tuned for the rest. So let's just get right into it. Also, quick side note, if I look absolutely dead right now, it is because the video that I uploaded this morning took about 7 hours to upload for whatever reason. And I think I went to sleep around 2 a.m., woke up at 4 a.m., and left to the store at around 5 a.m. I have not slept since, so I'm running off 2 hours of sleep and about 4 or 5 coffees, so bear with my tiredness. But anyway, let's just get right into the products that I managed to get. And unfortunately, I completely failed on trying to get any of the new stuff, so any of the actual ice cream and cotton candy stuff, or the Guess Club stuff. I failed on getting. All that shit was gone ridiculously quick, and I did manage to get 3 items that actually released last year, and one of them being for me, another one being for a friend, and whether or not he buys it, I will let you guys know. So don't go DMing me for it just yet, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna buy it off me. And then one thing for my girlfriend. So starting off with the first one, this is for me. It is the gray and white striped tee in a size large. I've had size large and medium, so I kind of already knew what to expect with the fit. They're definitely a really boxy fit. I have not tried these ones on yet because I just got home and I kind of want to shower again before I put these on. So yeah, it's your pretty standard tee, and it's exactly the same as the one from last year. You know, the same red stitch right on the collar, as well as with the white Guess jeans embroidery on the chest. But there is one key difference that I'm sure nobody saw coming. So last year, the striped tees were $49 retail, and magically, I guess because they can, they decided to raise all the striped tees to $69 retail. So if somebody's charging you $100 something for resale price, it's probably because these cost around $76 after taxes. And if you bought one online, I think it was about $81.23 or something like that. So yeah, I have no idea why they raised the price that much. Maybe just because they realized people would still pay for it, but I personally think that they should have added something else if they're gonna raise the price by a full $20. This is literally the exact same thing. There's no extra embroidery. There's pretty much no extra design elements. It's literally the same thing from last year, which is fine. Like, I like this design and all, but for $20 more, that's stupid. I'm sorry to say, that really is just beyond me, but I really do like this shirt, and I will do a video where I try these on. It won't be in this video, unfortunately, but maybe if I do a spring summer outfits video, you will see this. So that is the first pickup. Moving on to the second one, this is going to be for my friend, and this is a size extra small, the white and blue Guess jeans striped tee, and once again, same red stripe and the nice embroidery on the chest right there. So yeah, not really anything too different from the one I reviewed last year. And lastly, for those of you guys who saw my original review, you would know I had the white version of this, and this is a black one. I don't remember exactly if this one was in the Beverly Hills store last year, but I do know I saw it pop up online, so I did know that they made this last year, but this is my first time having my hands on it, and it's pretty much the exact same thing as the white tee before. Pretty nice oversized fit. This is a size small. Should fit closer to like a medium, I would say. And this one is for my girlfriend. I did FaceTime her and show her the crop tops that were, I think there was 2 colors available or so. I don't really quite remember, but she personally wasn't feeling them. And for any of the girls watching this channel, I highly recommend calling your local, or calling the Guess stores that are on the Guess Originals page that said they were going to carry the collection, and go ahead and give some of them a call, because all the women's stuff for the most part sat. There was a bunch of those dresses that I showed in my last video available, and I think that's probably because they were $98 retail. I'm not sure if anybody copped one of those and wants to turn it into a t-shirt for a little DIY tutorial. I'm sure you could, although it is very tight because it's a dress after all. But yeah, those sat. So now getting onto the entire day. So I'm not going to throw the store under the bus. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, Instagram already know which store I went to. If you really are that curious, feel free to DM me, but I don't really want to get anyone in trouble. It's just not the way I roll. So I thought I was nice and early. I left the house at around 4:50 or so. Got there a little bit before 8. I thought I was going to be chilling because I thought I was in a city that really, you know, didn't care about streetwear and stuff like this. But lo and behold, I was completely ignorant to the fact that this was 10 times busier than the Beverly Hills store last year when I went.
Like, it's easy shit, but like, there's so much of it that you can't even get on.
So the line was huge. Apparently people were there since 1 in the morning. I don't even know how they got to stay the night there because it is a mall. I don't know how they got into the whole shopping area past security or if security allowed them to. But there was an entire group of like little kids, I want to say, well, they probably weren't, they're like 14, that's still pretty young. Like in the front of the line, chilling, like I want to say there's like 20-30 people huddled in front of the store, and then the line wrapped around all the way back. It was pretty massive. I want to say in total it could be anywhere between 60 to 80 people, which is crazy. And I don't think the store was prepared to handle that mess because it was a mess. Like, it was absolutely horrible, and you could tell they were just so unprepared, which is crazy to me because apparently some people in line told me they called the store and they said they were expecting it to be crazy, but clearly they didn't expect it to be this bad. So we get there, it's really hot, mind you, and the security won't let anybody stand in the shade, even though the mall wasn't even open yet by the time I got there because it opened at 10. But he refused to let anybody stand in the shade because he said we were blocking the walkway, which is whatever. I mean, there was nobody there anyway, but hey, he's just doing his job. So we were all frying. I was sunburnt on my nose, which I don't know if you guys can tell or not. My whole left arm as well, but I'm wearing a long sleeve right now. But anyway, we're all chilling. Some of us are thinking like, oh, they probably stocked on a pretty decent amount of stuff. One of the employees comes out and tells us that you are limited to purchasing 3 of each style, which is actually quite a lot. And I'm sure the resellers that were all in the front of the line wearing Antisocial Social Club probably loved it. They were probably fucking like, hell yeah, we're gonna cop all this shit. And spoiler, they definitely did. So they start passing out lollipops, which is pretty kind of funny. I mean, I wish it would have had like guest logos on it so you could resale game strong, but no, that would have been so stupid. Could you imagine if like they put guest logos on the lollipops? Like nobody would have actually eaten them. So anyway, it takes us a while to get inside. They're doing it kind of like 5 at a time or so, and eventually everybody kind of just gets flooded in there. They had only 2 racks of men's, 2 racks of women's, and then some hats here and there. But overall, it was an absolute mess. Like, this kid ran in, and I don't know if anybody has video of this, but if they do, I will try and ask them for it and put it in this video. If not, then you're just gonna have to go off my memory. So this kid like ran in there, grabbed 10 shirts, like 10 of the striped tees, right? And was kind of just like sitting in the store, like, you know, he was holding all of them. And mind you, he did not purchase any of these yet. He did not go to the cashier and buy these. These were not his shirts yet. He had the shirts in his hand in the store and was trying to sell them to people in the store. And I hope you understand why that makes no sense at all. Like, that's like me going into a grocery store, grabbing a box of Frosted Flakes, and then going up to somebody and saying, hey, do you want to buy this? It's fucking ridiculous. And the fact that it took so long for the employees to realize what was going on is insane. Because this dude sold shirts that he never paid for yet. So people were paying this guy, or this kid, money so they have the ability to take it to the register. And eventually, one of the employees caught on, which thankfully, that was fucking amazing. I mean, it kind of took them quite a while to realize it, but one of them caught on. She told him, you're gonna get kicked out, I'm gonna call security. But, I mean, at that point, it didn't even matter. He already took money from multiple kids, so at that point, it's like, yo, he already made his money off of not even, he didn't even spend any money to make the money, which is fucking ridiculous. The vast majority of the people who saw that were absolutely livid. I'm surprised nobody punched this kid in the face. I'm glad nobody did because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is just clothes. and I hope everybody keeps that in mind so nobody does anything stupid if they see something like that. But it was insane. So all the cotton candy stuff, all the Guess Club stuff did release all in the same store, and almost all that stuff started disappearing immediately. So the vast majority of the stuff left was just women's stuff. I had nothing by the time I got in there, and that kid who got the shirts, the kid who was selling shirts he didn't pay for, he got some taken away from him at the register, and he did buy some stuff, of course, but he got some taken away from him, and the employee was walking back to the rack, and the second I saw her walking back with those, I was like, oh, can I get those? And I snatched both of them, the gray and white being a size large, which is the one I'm gonna wear, and then the extra small for my boy. And there were two other people I was supposed to cop for, but I'm sorry I didn't manage to find you guys' sizes. The extra larges disappeared so quick. It seems like that was the most popular size because that was the size that I saw everybody reaching for. And yeah, it was absolutely horrid. And I keep saying absolutely, and I keep saying horrid and awful, but that pretty much describes the entire day and the entire release as well. Because now we're going to move on to the online portion. So a lot of people who probably tried to order online, maybe it said you were successful, maybe it allowed you to add to cart and said that you purchased it. Well, if you have a Guess account and you checked your order, there's a 90% chance it was canceled. And why I say that is I had at least 10 people DM me telling me, oh, it restocked. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's no way they restocked it that quick. But everything said, like, it showed like all the sizes for all the striped tees, right? Which made no sense to me, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna add to cart. Spent like $80+ on one of the tees after shipping and taxes and everything. And I was excited. I was like, yo, I got one of the tees, one of the actual ice cream and cotton candy tees. Like, dope. Me and this other dude both thought we came up, and we did not. So what essentially happened, at least to my knowledge, was the website glitched and showed that it had like a full size run and everything, when in actuality all that stuff was sold out around 8 a.m. So any order placed between 9 and 12 a.m., there's a 90% chance, according to customer service, which I called, that your order was canceled and you did not receive an email confirmation. So those of you who received an email confirmation, you guys are getting the products, but if you only got like a PayPal confirmation, or if you already got charged in your bank, you should be getting your money back, hopefully soon, but you will be getting your money back because, I'm sorry, like, your order did not go through. I know a lot of people were blowing up Guess's Instagram, saying the most vulgar shit to them, and to some extent, I mean, I feel their pain. I mean, a lot of these people probably spent a lot of their hard-earned money, and they want to know when the money is going to go back into their accounts. So it's completely understandable, but I think Guess didn't really handle that all that well. And why I say that is, one, somebody should have been, overseeing this, and somebody should have been paying attention to the website. Two, Guess's Instagram page started to block people and delete comments. So not exactly the best way to go about your customer service, but I'm sure they just kind of panicked. And once again, like, I'm not super angry about any of this. Like, I kind of laughed it off, and I'm kind of a little delirious and tired right now. But at the end of the day, it is just clothes. Hopefully they do restock and re-release some of this stuff. Although I do doubt it, unfortunately. Like I said, they ended up raising the prices on some of this stuff. The online ordering situation was not exactly handled well. I did take some screenshots, which I will insert throughout this video, showing some of the less than nice things people had to say to Guess before these comments got deleted. So yeah, overall, not exactly a great day, although I am glad at least I got one thing for me. For all the girls that watch this channel, like I said, I would highly suggest that you guys give us the stores in your area a call. I will put a link to the Guess Originals store list in the comment section below once again, so that way you could probably get something. I'm serious. I think there was probably at least like 20 crop top tees, and if any of you are in Southern California, you guys can message me and I can tell you what store I was at. But right now I don't want to blow them up because I don't want any employee to get in trouble for not stopping that whole resale situation. But yeah, I will throw these on in another video, not right now. I'm probably just gonna edit this, shower, eat, go to sleep, But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this does come out tonight. And if you guys have any questions concerning the products, feel free to give me a DM. And guess, I have nothing against you. I just think you guys were horribly ill-prepared. And hopefully you do a much better job with the European, Africa, Asia, and UK release, which is on May 22nd. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but yeah, peace out, YouTube.